with an interview with the greatest manager in the world, the Witch Doctor Baboose. How you doing, Witch Doctor Baboose?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Okay.
We're going to talk about your history.
Uh-oh.
You one of the last managers we have in Texas. A lot of the managers that we have known, you know, like the Akbar and well, especially Akbar, because he was known in Texas, they have passed away. You're the last of the Mohicans in the Texas area. I would like to know, how did you get your start in professional wrestling?
To be honest, I got my start with that man who you just named, Akbar, Scandal Akbar. I was wanted to be in wrestling, and he trained me for a little while, and we trained at Doug's gym.
Mm-hmm.
I trained with Dustin Rhodes and Jacqueline, and a guy named Dwayne Meadows. All of us trained a little bit down at Doug's gym.
Well, you have a Hall of Famer. Jacqueline is about the #1 Hall of Famer, that WWE Hall of Famer that you was with. And you had an impressive class, because right now, you know, Dustin Rhodes, he's in the WWE, and you come from a great class, Baboose.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people, and then after that, I got involved with Killer Tim Brooks, and he took me out there in what part of Texas that is? Frisco.
What was
Forest, Frisco, something like that. And I trained with him, finished training with him, and then Iceman King Paulson is the one that polished me up.
Okay, what wrestling organizations there have you been in?
Ooh, I can't even. It's been so many of them, different wrestling organizations that you be in. They change names so much into what you call them, but the main one that I could still remember is called the Tail End of World Class.
Yeah.
And Global Wrestling Federation.
Yes. Yeah, let's talk about Global. Global is where I first met you at, in GWL, Global Wrestling Federation. One of the last wrestling federations that was at the famous Sportatorium. Can you tell me some stories about Global?
Well, you know, Booker T come out of that. I mean, we was the ones that put Booker T and his brother over to go to WCW, and he's one of them. And then also one that they call All Man Johnson, Tony Norris, better known by me as Moadib. He was one that came out of Global Wrestling. John Hawk.
Yes.
His name is Bradshaw, I think.
Yeah, they call Bradshaw. He changed his name to Justin JBL. I think that's what a lot of folks.
JBL. They call him.
Global produces just as many stars in the WWF, WCW, pretty much.
Steve Austin.
Yes.
I mean, I work with him. I work with Steve Austin. It's a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
That WWE got their break, like the Punisher.
Yes.
The Punisher, who not too many people know him as the Punisher.
No, they don't.
That's the Undertaker.
Yes.
He used to wear a mask. He comes from out of this area.
Well, let's talk about some of the famous people you have managed in wrestling. Not only the Global Wrestling Federation, but you have managed some folks in NWA Southwest.
Oh yeah, I had a good run with NWA Southwest. Hurricane Hernandez, I think that's what he called himself. He was probably the biggest one. I worked with Jake the Snake
Yes.
in NAA Southwestern. A whole bunch of people. I mean, Slick. I worked against him in NAA.
When I first met you, you was managing. You had an impressive stable. Your stable was almost like in competition with Devastation Incorporated. I remember you was managing not only the Iceman King Parson, but you managed JBL and who else you managing global?
God, I mean, global. I had the Cones. I had Rod Price, who used to be the tag team partner with Steve Austin. Iceman King Parson, Action Jackson. Man, I can't name all of them.
You managed a bunch of.
Yeah, I even managed Chris Adams.
Chris Adams
turned against me.
Yes, and the most famous video. A lot of folks don't even know that you was managing the Blackbird Posse, and that's when that famous video is all on YouTube where Booker T's sister came down there and talking about her mama was sick, and that's one of the most famous videos wrestling matches from Global Wrestling Federation. Can you tell me about that inside story on that?
Well, it was really funny. I mean, she picked a good hospital, Parkland public hospital, where I got to go at now, since I ain't got no money.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny. It was real. But you got to admit that it was real put together. At that time, that was the hottest tag team. I think all of us should have went to WCW, but you know how the politics in wrestling is.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna take that many. Not that many of a kind.
I really think that the global world class wrestling and world championship wrestling, both WWE missed a good person that they could have had working for them in both them organizations, because believe it or not, a lot of stars, can't do promos that good, need good managers to manage them. And so let's talk about why is it so important for managers even in today's wrestling.
I never could understand why they pulled away from wrestling managers. I mean, wrestling managers could keep choreography the matches. Do a lot of choreography of the matches and stuff like that. Also, I think the main reason why wrestlers didn't want managers, because the managers sometimes took the heat from the wrestlers, and a lot of them got jealous of that, and because your popularity was getting you getting more heat than them, and it caused them to be jealous. There was a lot of jealousy involved with that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get better than the wrestlers managing.
Well, how was it managing one of the great wrestlers we got, we know now as Iceman King Parson?
How is he doing?
How was it managing in him?
Man, that was easy. I mean, you seen it. I mean,
yes.
you seen how we ruled that sport of turn.
Yes.
We was me and him single-handedly. We ruled the sport of turn. I mean, we had the people up. The people was into it. The people believed it. We was hated so much until we was liked.
And then, y'all's group was called the Blackbirds.
Yeah.
And tell me where the name of Blackbirds come from.
Well, Iceman wanted to be the Blackbirds because there was the Freebirds. The Freebirds, it came from them. And so we was trying to develop a feud with the Freebirds.
Yes, yes, y'all did. The Freebirds came down. They last run together. And let's talk about that feud. The last time that I seen Terry Bam Bam Gordy alive, let's talk about the feud with the Blackbirds versus the Freebirds in Global.
Well, it didn't turn out. It didn't stay down here long enough for the feud, which we never did get the feud, but we was working towards having that feud against the Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy, and at that time Buddy Roberts was not around, but Jimmy Garvin came in the place of them, and it was going real good. I mean, it was going to be real big, but something happened. I think Michael Hayes got that job with the WWE, and he took and he left and stuff like that. But it's that's where let's start talking about the negative.
Yes, the negative.
This is what you want to hear.
Yes.
I know. Well, I didn't know that Mike Hayes wanted to do a gimmick. And the gimmick was the wheelchair gimmick. I didn't know that was Michael Hayes' idea, and that the promoter that was there, I'm not going to mention his name, he came and told me to do it, and it made Michael Hayes had angry at me. But I didn't know. And I think because, Michael Hayes was in a position to make your career or kill your career. I think so he got mad at that, and he took when he went to WWE, he got Mordy, was better known as Arman Johnson.
Yes.
He took him away from this area and stuff like that, and he helped him. But I heard that the main reason why he didn't want to help me and Iceman and them, because of that, we thought we had stole his gimmick, and God knows I didn't know nothing about that.
Yes. Okay. A lot of folks be saying that you have a connection with Kamala in Box for the Beast.
I mean, we real close, more closer than what people might not understand. That's like we like brothers. We like brothers, and that deal with Kamala. I mean, it's a shame the way Vince not trying to help that man.
Yes.
After all he has done in wrestling, especially putting his main people over like the Warrior.
Yes, the Warrior.
The Undertaker, and a whole lot of other people. He put a whole lot of people over, and a whole bunch of people seats in there. I mean, I just heard something about, I'm just putting these stories together when they want to talk about somebody being no good. Vince is cold. He's real cold-hearted. I mean, I can't remember exactly how much money he was paying Kamala, but he ripped Kamala off.
Yes, that match between Kamala and the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
They said that the Undertaker made $500,000.
$500,000.
And Kamala, I think they said he had made nothing but $12,000. How you feel about that?
$13,000 up against $500,000.
Yes.
Now, where is that right at? I mean, he up there talking about Moolah, and I heard that they changing the...
Yes, the women's battle royal.
The women's battle royal on Moolah. How can you do that? I mean, you ain't no good, too. Yeah. I mean, what Moolah did was with mostly every wrestler is doing to these young boys. They charge them a booking fee. Even when I was coming up in wrestling, the person that was over me, I'm not gonna say no names, I know they was getting a book and feel from me, but that's just some ways that you have to you pay your dues and stuff like that. Moolah didn't do no more. I bet you that was probably the only way she could survive.
Yes.
Because by her being a woman, they probably didn't discriminate and do man wrestlers wrong. I could imagine what they did with a woman.
Yeah.
So I guess she had to do what she had to do to survive. And all this stuff about being dirty, man, come on. Vince, you wrote the book on that.
Well,
on doing people unfair. And doing some people fair and some people unfair. Yeah. I know he's a bigot.
Yes, because, we still waiting. A lot of us, we still waiting on a black champ. Even though technically so, The Rock is black, but he don't claim the blacks. He claimed the Samoans. And how you feel about black wrestlers, and especially in the WWE? They done made champions out of all the black wrestlers in the southern promotions, but not in the WWE. Right now, the main belt is the Universal title. Well, so how you feel about that?
Well, the deal is you can't say that because of the Rock. Ron Simmons, who is the second world's first black heavyweight champion.
He's the third. Yes, third.
He's the third black heavyweight champion because the first one was
Bobo Brazil.
Bobo Brazil, and then Iceman was the first. When I say the first known, the first one that they put out there and publicized was Iceman King Paulson.
Yes.
But for some reason, the WWE is trying to play like it's Ron Simmons, but it's not.
And how you feel about how black wrestlers, how we...
I get tired of them. They all the time got to shuck and jive.
Yes.
I mean, that's all they can do is, for shucking and jiving. I don't think they actually pull a black audience. I think they're jigaboos for the white people. Either they too militant, shucking and jiving, or happy-go-lucky. Yeah.
And how you feel about
But the deal is, I'm not mad at them for it because, man, I love wrestling. And I can't say I wouldn't do it. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I wouldn't have been shucking and jiving and doing the favors or whatever it took. And I know you know what I'm talking about when I say favors.
Yeah, casting out and wrestling.
Well, whatever it takes, man. I would have did it too. So I'm not mad at them guys for doing it.
Yeah.
But it's a damn shame that that's the way they got to all the time make us look like we still jigaboos.
Yeah.
There's a few racial people that still want us to be jigaboos, but they need to let that go. Let that go.
And so you still enjoy wrestling today. And who are your favorite stars today that you see on TV?
Oh man. I really don't have a favorite no more. I mean, it's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorites was George the Animal Steel. I mean,
he passed on last year.
Yeah.
Or was it early this year?
Dusty Rhodes racial ass.
But
my favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers. Well, my all-time favorite is Iceman King Paulson. That's gonna be, but that's me being real because I was under him, and he, to me, he's the greatest talent in the business of wrestling. But I like Ric Flair. Ric Flair is one of my favorites.
And
Yeah.
you are also friends with Rikishi.
Yeah, Rakishi.
Y'all got history.
Yeah, we got a lot of history with each other. I mean, Rakishi, when he first came down here, he lived with me a little bit. Him, a little bit. I mean, we used to eat at one another's houses, have dinners. I throw them parties, and I helped him a little bit. Yeah, but yeah, we're real good friends.
Yeah, so, but we about to end this video. Can we hear what you want to tell your fans?
I don't think I got fans.
Oh yeah, you know on your page you got almost 300 people as your friends.
Man, that ain't nothing.
Well, you know you got to, be thankful. Yeah, we have to be grateful for what we have. But what do you want to tell your fans?
Well, I want to tell them to keep on praying for me, praying that I lose some of this weight that I done gained on me by being comfortable and just sitting back and relaxing. The main thing I need is prayer. So just keep praying for me and praying that I make a comeback.
Because like I always say, they still need a good doctor. They still need the Witch Doctor Baboose. And we about to end this video. And you want to tell your fans hi, bye?
Well, adios. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
All right. Y'all have a blessed day.
Okay.